Hello everybody, SuperTim101 here with another build review. This series goes over some of my favorite builds, whether those be meta or not. But today we're going to be talking about the Sunspider Ambush. The Sunspider Ambush came in the Rivals pack, which released in December of 2021. And currently it is only available in that pack, but at some point I believe they're going to release it for MC. Now this mech does require either the Ambush here, or you can use the Manul, which is one of the other Sunspider heroes, to get this build to work. So let's just dive right in. We're going to run 4 ER large lasers, and that's it. But that certainly is enough. We've got 4 ER larges, and so 2 in the arms, 1 in each arm, and then 2, this is why you need the ambush, is 2 in the right torso right here. We use the Sunspider D left torso to get ECM for some better protection. And we just fill the rest of the mech up with heat sinks and a targeting computer Mark 1 just to help speed up targeting data and get a little bit of extra range on the ER large lasers. If you don't have the ambush but you have the Manul, you can put 2 ER large lasers in each arm. Now, it makes you a little bit more vulnerable because once you lose your arms, then you are done. But it's still possible if you don't have the Sunspider Ambush. But do get the Sunspider D left torso for the ECM. It's a pretty easy build. We had to shave the legs down a little bit to get the tonnage for all of these heat sinks. But as you can see, the heat is 1.79. You can fire 4 ER large lasers with a little bit of, well, a lot of heat, ghost heat. You get a pretty big heat spike, but with this much heat sinks, it will not overheat your mech on 1 alpha. It says here if you fire more than 2, you get a heat spike, so that is true. So usually you want to fire 2 and 2. Usually I try to fire arms and then torso. You could also set up right side, left side, if you have it with the Manul arms or something like that. But that's the build. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You just find a spot high and far and poke down range. So let's look at the skills. We got a pretty typical laser vomit skill tree here, going down to get all 4 of the laser vomit or laser duration nodes, as much heat generation as I could get, and then cooldown with range on the way down as well. As far as the survival tree, I always like going down the left side so we get as much armor hardening as possible. I also took this 1 AMS node, even though we don't run an AMS, just to get these 2 extra skeletal density nodes right there. No mobility, no jump jets, but of course it's a laser vomit mech that tends to run hot. We have the full operations tree in terms of cool run and heat containment. You definitely want a lot of dissipation and have that higher heat containment because an alpha will get you pretty high on your heat scale. Because we have ECM, we want on the sensor tree we want down to both ECM nodes, and since we're already pretty heavily invested, we get another radar deprivation node which gives you 60%, and then seismic sensor. And then of course you get the value slot in the auxiliary tree for an extra consumable, and on most of my mechs I run the advanced UAV and the cool shot. Cool shot's really important for this mech because it is a laser vomit mech. You don't have to run the UAV. I like it because in case I'm getting backstabbed, I can pop it up and click and just show me where the enemy is and call for help. You can easily run a artillery strike or airstrike here because you are usually in the back shooting from afar. So you could easily run that for some extra damage. But that's the build, and we're going to jump into a game now, and let me know what you think.
Sean.
Hey, David.
What's up,
How
Sean?
you guys going? Tim, I thought you were going to bed.
Oh no, I'm still watching your stream. I should be going to bed.
Oh, shouldn't is you. Hello. Hi, Skitty.
Hey, how you doing?
Reactor online. Sensors on.
This game is like almost 10 years old. No more. No, almost 10.
Systems nominal. Override engage.
Oh, nice. No Quest, no Galaxy. Hell yeah.
Oh, this should be fun. I haven't played with Sean Lang in a while. What is Sean in? Warhammer 2C. I gotta be a little bit careful here. Just cause. It's a really bad trade in that one.
Target spotted.
I'm really exposed here.
UM in GA.
Oh. Alright, so I just got hit with PPC, so I gotta back off a little bit.
Sorry, Cron.
It's probably not gonna peek again, but maybe he will.
Target spotted.
Maybe he will. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Got him.
Target spotted.
Let's see what we got.
Target acquired.
Some support here.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Okay, we have 2-3 target F9 LG9. Sniping.
Target spotted.
Damn it.
New target acquired.
G line is clear.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Yeah, there's a group sitting back sniping.
Target
Yeah, G line is
acquired.
clear if you want to advance.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
They're set up for range, guys. There's literally like 5 of them.
We can just
New
hold our
target
side of the hill.
Acquired.
He's got more lasers than I do. Alright.
Yeah, there's some angles over here in Echo 7 if you want sniper shots on the hill.
Just reposition because I only have
Acquired.
4. I already used a bunch of my armor.
UAV
New
Fox
target
8.
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can just use my high mounts here to poke a little bit.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Alright, so we gotta reposition, try to poke again.
New target acquired.
Ah! Too far up there.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
New target acquired.
G line is safe if you want to push.
Hey, Typhus, we need to move, man. That's not a good
Yeah.
spot. They're all looking.
No, I know. It was a good spot for a while, but not anymore.
Target spotted.
Gonna lose my torso on the way over to you guys.
Target
They got me
spotted.
pinned down pretty hard. It's a
New
bad
target
spot to push here.
acquired.
UAV?
Alright. UAV's down.
New
Careful, dropped
target
already.
acquired.
If I
Right,
got
torso and
close
delta?
in G8, there is T-Mobile.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
That's an intense one. That's about me. Don't want to be the other one exposing here.
Target spotted.
Charlie.
Left torso
Target on
critical
Charlie.
Damage.
Good kill.
Payload
Target
destroyed.
spotted.
Both side torsos on Echo. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Potato shot.
Target destroyed. New target
Trying to get some damage in.
acquired.
Oh boy, that hurt. If I lose that torso, I lose my UAV, or my ECM. Stealth Thanatos there. God.
New target acquired.
Need assistance.
Gamma.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Good kill.
Target acquired. New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
UAV activated. New target acquired.
Ah.
New target acquired. Warrior
Oh
incoming
my
missile.
gosh.
Left torso
Yep.
destroyed. Left arm destroyed. Right torso.
That's with a cool shot. Oh well.
ER. Left torso destroyed. Left leg destroyed. Left
Good try, guys.
Good try.
They have to get in the circle. See how we did. Probably a down arrow. Oh, we got an up arrow. Let's see. Want to do a little bit of post-game analysis to see what we learned from that game. A couple good things happened, a couple bad things happened. So just to go over what we learned. We tried to get in good position, but they did have more range. We went up to the hill, sometimes called Hamburger Hill, sometimes called Mount Doom. So we went up on that side to try to get a good angle, and you saw me shooting across the way. That's actually not a bad place to have some overwatch, to snipe, especially since I had a lot of range with the large lasers. But they actually had a little bit more range. They had more mechs with long range than we did. You heard Sean Lang say that they had about 5 mechs that were up on that position just sniping across. So while I could get a couple shots in on a mech while I was exposed, 2 or 3 other mechs could see me and shoot at me as I was shooting their snipers. So that's when I tried to abandon that spot and get a different angle while they were looking at my teammates and shooting them, so that I could either turn them around or deal some damage that way. As I was walking, there was a call for Echo 7. I didn't think that was a good idea because, again, that's where all of the snipers were looking. So I was trying to reposition to get a place where they weren't looking at me and looking at my teammates instead, which worked for a little bit. I was able to use the high mounts. You could see some hill humping there with the high mounts that I was able to get a few shots in before they turned around and started shooting me. And that was when the call came to start pushing into them from the golf line. And honestly, there is really no good way to approach that position from that side of the map. I played a different game with a different mech while I was on that side of the map, and then we had a pre-made team that had a 4-man that was set up for range. And as long as the team doesn't rotate away from those snipers and kind of just digs in and allows the snipers to do their job, it is very difficult to push that area. And that's what we were fighting against. I actually jumped into Sean Lang's stream afterward and asked him, could we have done anything different? And he basically said, nah, sometimes that's just the matchups. That particular map on that side is really good for sniping. You get that hill behind where the assault base is, and you can have just really good overwatch and can basically push back any pushes that happen. So we didn't do anything wrong necessarily. Just sometimes your matchups don't work out. Sometimes you can do everything right and still fail. That is not a weakness. That's just life. So that's what we kind of learned. I think the mech is still very good. I really like the high mounts. I really like the ability to alpha 4 lasers. With the upcoming patch, the ghost heat is going to be higher for 4 lasers. I think we're still going to be able to shoot 4 lasers in this particular build. I think a lot of other builds will be affected by that more drastically. We'll have to see, but I don't think we're going to get up to full 100% capacity and shut down when we alpha 4. Because right now we're only getting up into the mid-70s. I think we'll get up into the 90s, which is fine. We just have to make sure we cool down. And this mech, as you can probably tell from the build, cools very quickly. So I think this particular build will still be one of the ones that can be used after the ER laser nerf, but I'm happy for that nerf as well, because as you can tell from that game, the large lasers are everywhere. Anyway, I hope you liked that. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Thanks.